just got your email message. You said you wanted to come over right away. So here I am. But then if you really wanted to see me, you would have just used a phone. That's what most people would do. But no, not you, Mark. You and your emails. You always love to send your emails.
I don't have a phone anymore. I got it disconnected.
Look, Mark, if this is about a reconciliation, then the answer is no.
Reconciliation? No, I already know that.
Then why exactly am I here?
They're watching. Get in quickly.
What the hell was that for? And what are you talking about? Who is watching you?
Spies!
Spies? What kind of spies?
The government kind. They're trying to steal my idea.
What idea? Mark! Mark! Mark!
Go on, take a look. Bastards. They've been parked out there like that for the past 2 hours, just waiting for me to leave the house. And then they'll come in like the parasites that they are and try and steal my invention, before I even have a chance of seeing it to fruition. Well, they're in for a long wait. I have no intention of going anywhere.
Mark, you're not making any sense here. What's going on? What idea do you mean?
One I've been working on for the past 3.5 years. One that will change the face of history as we know it. And I do mean that literally. That's why I asked you here, as a spectator, to witness its first trial.
Wait a second. You mean you brought me here to see one of your experiments?
Not an experiment, but a fully operational invention.
What kind of invention?
One that alters space-time through electromagnetic manipulation. One that allows freedom of movement within the fourth-dimensional plane.
This is way over my head. I'm out of here. Good night, Mark.
Wait! It's time travel! I'm experimenting with time travel.
What?
Tell me, what is time? What is your understanding of it?
I don't know. The rotation of the Earth, the gradual progression of night into day, and vice versa.
No, look. That's all a legacy of the sun's gravity anchoring the Earth and the other 8 planets into position. A type of gyroscopic effect, if you will. But it is not in any way related to the passing of time. Time passes whether you're an orbiting sphere like the Earth or floating a few million light years out in deep space. Do you understand?
Just show me this alleged time contraption of yours.
Are you sure you want me to do that? Here it is. Don't press any buttons.
This is it.
What were you expecting?
I just thought it would be more complex, that's all. It just seems kind of primitive for what you're claiming it can do.
Its simplicity has nothing to do with it. Look, in order for you to understand the mechanics of my device, you must first of all realize that time is essentially a manifestation of electromagnetic forces. Therefore, it stands to reason, if you insulate yourself from these forces, you will be immune to the passage of time and its subsequent aging effects.
Impossible. It can't be done. Mark, I refuse to believe it can be done.
Why? Because time only runs forward and cannot be altered. No, look, that statement in itself is impossible. Not only can time be manipulated, twisted and bent back to front, my experiments also show that it is capable of being controlled. And doesn't necessarily have to run in a straight line. Most physicists agree that there are alternate universes out there where time rewinds backwards. Who knows, maybe even one day when our own universe ceases to expand, the so-called Big Crunch, we too will be living in a rewinding world.
So how far back does this thing go?
Okay, well, the mind you're holding is a prototype. When the polarity is set to full, a journey of 5 minutes into the past or into the future is possible. But that's just the proverbial tip of the iceberg. Eventually, a journey of a few thousand years will be possible. But that's all, no pun intended, in the future. I mean, wouldn't it be great to be the first to go back? To be the first to get the answers to the most baffling questions that we ask ourselves today. Like, how old is the Sphinx? Was there really a great flood as described in the Bible? Who killed JFK? What happened to Atlantis? Did an otherworldly craft really crash in New Mexico in 1947? Or even, what wiped out the dinosaurs?
If this thing really does as you say it can.
It does!
Is it a good idea? I mean, do we really need something like this in the world? Would it not just end up being abused just like every other discovery? I mean, in the wrong hands, it could have catastrophic implications for the human race.
Well, what you call catastrophic implications, I call positive ramifications.
But it could be another atomic bomb in the making. Look, isn't Einstein supposed to have destroyed all his manuscripts containing mathematical evidence that travel through time was possible for the fear of the detrimental effect it could have on humanity?
Well, that's the rumour. Look, I sympathise with your fears, and I know exactly what you're getting at. In the wrong hands, it could be disastrous. You're absolutely right about that, and I'm not going to argue. But that's why I'm taking precautions, to ensure that that will never happen. If anyone thinks they're going to get their hands on my invention, they are wrong. Dead wrong. And I'm prepared to go the whole way.
I don't like this. Any of this. I'm going home.
Do you want to see me operate it?
No! No! I want nothing to do with it! I want nothing to do with you!
Alison, wait! Wait! Alison, please wait.
No! You know what? I'm a fool. I came here thinking we could salvage this relationship, but now I see it's impossible. You're impossible. You're living in a dream world. Goodbye, Mark.
Someone's in the house. Gotcha. You'll never take my creation from me. Do you hear me? You'll have to kill me first. Oh my god. Oh my god, what have I done? Wait a second. I am God. I can change all this. Perfect. It worked. It actually worked. Now for the final test. Shit. Gotcha. You'll never take my creation away from me. Do you hear me? You'll have to kill me first.